Welcome back at Titi's House Podcast. Man, so many things I want to talk about.
You got a list?
Do I ever come up with a list? Never. We used to have a little board, guys, and that kind of kept us on track. Don't you think so? Do we need to do that again?
You might as well.
Because I feel like sometimes we be off track. We just go to a different space and come back. But I want to say that the next podcast, I'm having a sort of like a dating roundhouse with some lovely ladies that I know. So that's going to be interesting.
That sounds fun.
So over 50 and dating is the theme. You know, we've been rocking that for a minute.
Part two
out here in these streets. So I want to talk about, because dating, not even at any age. If you are on like websites and dating, I feel like it could be awkward sometimes, don't you?
What, dating?
Yeah, like when you first meet a person.
I don't know.
Though you've been talking to them on the phone, it's not the same as meeting them in person.
I'm kind of used to it. I've been doing it for so long. I've been meeting people since like MySpace.
Wow. Wow, that's a long time.
Shoot.
That's what, 20 years ago?
Yeah,
MySpace?
To be honest, even Chanel, I met her on MySpace.
You
I didn't know her
did?
in real life.
Y'all didn't meet in school?
No, she didn't go to my school. We both knew Quran. So we both knew.
I did not know y'all met.
Yeah.
Y'all was, wait a minute. Y'all was in high school.
She didn't go to Randall's now.
So y'all was on MySpace meeting people
All that.
and started dating? Wow, I did not know that. That is some real stuff right there. But I think it's great because you're not meeting people that are actually in your circle, and you're meeting people outside of your circle, right?
Yeah,
I think
real.
that's always a good thing. Because if you're limited to the people that you know or the people that you go to school with, that's not fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you are in high school, like you go to football games, basketball
just
games,
people there,
you meet people from different areas or whatever, right? The rival schools. Boy, we used to have the rival schools coming in to our neighborhood, and our boys from our neighborhood used to be like, why y'all always messing with the dudes from like Mount Holly and Willenboro? And why are y'all doing that from Philly? Like, why y'all can't just date the guy? Because we don't want to.
Yeah.
So we want to date outside of our circle. I don't want to just be dating like the guys I went to school with. That's so limited.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't even like dating or trying to talk to people that I know or connected to people that I know in real life.
Right, yeah, me too.
You're still going to see them eventually, and it's like, I don't want to do none of that.
Have you ever been set up by your friends?
Like on a blind date?
Yeah.
No.
No? Oh, yeah, those are fun. I have. Back in the day, it's funny because I remember back in the day, like one person would be dating somebody and then, you know, like stuff ain't really working out. We'd be like, let's just switch boyfriends and see if it works out better.
Let's switch boyfriends.
Me and Titiana had done that before. Let's just switch boyfriends. And she started dating my boy. Actually, they had a better connection than me and him. So I was okay with it. I don't know if I had a good connection with her dude. I don't think so.
Like
but hey, if you could,
if
you got a nice, if you got a good relationship out of it, go ahead, do you. So I want to talk about, because I don't feel like, are there really rules to dating?
I think.
What do you think?
I think there's like code, like, because how would you feel if like somebody you knew started dating your ex-husband or something like that? Like, do you think?
Well, I'm going to say this because, you know, I used to date George.
Okay.
You know, Mr. George. And George and I are like cool. Like, we're very good friends. Yeah. We just found out that we just were not good for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, we cool. George is funny. You know, he's charming, all of that good stuff. So when George came to visit me, he met Keisha. And he was trying to get me to hook him up. I said, I'm not hooking you up with my friend because women, we have a code.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Now, if y'all in the same room and I bring y'all together, y'all in the same room and y'all hit it off and she decides, you know, that she wants to date you, that's on her. But for me, I have a code. Like, I'm not going to date nobody that you've had any association with, period. Yeah. Even if y'all didn't sleep together. Because I feel like that's like a no zone. I feel like that's a serious rule to dating. Yeah. You don't date nobody that's dated somebody that you've been with.
Or if you see somebody, like, because I've had it's been shorties that I see with somebody that I know, and I just had to, like, or somebody I'm really cool. I just gotta let them know, like, yeah,
Yeah, I
I done hit
smashed.
that before. Just so you know, and then they don't come up later, and you're like, yo, why you never told me? If
Right,
y'all
like
get
she
super
told me that
serious or
y'all
something,
messed
yeah,
around or whatever.
I'm gonna tell
Like
you
in high
straight
school,
up.
I don't count like anybody that I've dated in high school because I wasn't sleeping with anybody. So it was like I didn't sleep with any of the guys I dated in high school. So if any of my girlfriends be like, I'm dating your high school boyfriend, I wouldn't care because I never slept with them. So it doesn't matter. But I feel like when you've crossed the line, that's a boundary. Like once you've done that, you can't go back and date somebody that your friend has slept with. So, I had to be honest with my friend and be like, I'm just letting you know that me and him messed around. Like, we messed around. So, at the end of the day.
So he ended up hitting her up on his own? He went and
No,
found,
he didn't.
Oh.
But I told him, I was like, if y'all ever in the same space, my girlfriend was like, nah, definitely not
That's
doing
funny.
that because that's not what we do. See, there's girl code. I don't think that men have a code.
Nah, we got a code.
Y'all got a code?
Of course. I just told you part of the code. Like, I'll be like, yo, I already done hit
But does
shorty,
that keep them from messing around with the shorty? Or does it, they
they
continue
still-
on.
yeah, they can-
Women
yeah.
are not going to do that. We're going to cut it off.
Nah,
Y'all
some
men are going to
women gon-
continue with the plan.
Some women gonna do it.
You think so?
It's, all the shorties that be going from NFL player to NFL player, or
But they not friends.
they be in the
No,
same
same
environment.
circles?
Think about like on Love and Hip Hop or Real Housewives and all that. I'm pretty sure they do.
Man, I don't know. I just feel like that's not. I think that if you sleep with somebody, and if it's recent, more recent than like 10 years
Yeah.
recent, I think that's the cutoff too. Like high school, middle school, grade school, come on, that's little love stuff. That's puppy love.
Yeah.
You ain't messing around. But when you mess around with a person, that is not a good thing, guys. So I don't know. From my perspective,
Yeah.
I say no.
I think it's wrong. Nobody, it shouldn't be done, but I think people do it.
They
in
do
general.
it anyway. Yeah, they do it anyway. I think that's
Male or
grimy.
female, like
you know
people
that man
just-
was married to your friend. Why would you be messing with that man?
Uh-huh.
It's too many men out here, too many women out here for you to be doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Think about like all the people that be like, my husband was sleeping with my sister and stuff like that.
That is
You acting like you
grimy.
ain't-
My husband, he'd be dead. My ex-husband, who is deceased, was sleeping with my sister. Like that
stuff be happening.
That's grimy. Like that boundary of friendship. I don't care if that person says, I'm not happy. You don't do that.
Yeah.
You don't sleep with your friends' partners. That's a no-no. I'm sorry. To me, that's a no-no. But there's rules to actually dating, like dating people, like you're starting off dating. So I want to talk about that. On Women's Health, they have an article. It's called The 11 Dating Rules You Should Probably Try to Follow.
Okay.
Not a bad thing. So it's by Dr. Chloe Carmichael, PhD. It's on Women's Health, guys. And it talks about what you should be doing while you're out here dating. Y'all should be like me, dating multiple people. Mm-hmm. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. Because I feel like men do that. Y'all out here date multiples.
Oh, date
women
multiples.
usually, I think, because we get an
I thought
emotional.
you were saying men put all their eggs in one basket. I'm
Nah,
like,
women do. They meet the one guy and be like,
Yeah.
oh my God, he's so
Yeah.
nice. And then they just start dating that guy and they kind of put all the other guys on the back burner. I don't think you should do that.
Yeah, no, you should really try to find one that feels
Yeah,
right.
I think
And
you should
gotta-
check and see where the compatibility is. Because
Exactly.
I've been on first dates with people where I felt like, oh, this person on the phone is totally different than they are in person. You know what I'm saying?
What you think, they be nervous?
I think they're just timid. I don't like a timid guy. Like you got to be like, in your flow. You got to be confident.
Yeah.
Not cocky, but confident. And you got to definitely be someone that is, just like a people person. You know what I'm saying? I like people that are people persons,
Yeah, good fun energy.
Good
to be
fun
around.
energy. They turned up. They don't have to be on alcohol to be turned up. But definitely, you should definitely be not putting all your options in one person.
I agree
Get to
with that.
know a few people.
Until
you know what I'm
you
saying?
feel like, oh, all right,
Until
this
you feel
was
like
worth
this
it.
is your person. Because I feel like people sometimes become emotionally invested too quickly. And you really need to take your time to get to know that person, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's what I think. Spare yourself the hurt, guys. Just putting all your eggs in one basket. I don't think, you know, you should be doing that. So that's the first thing she said. Date multiple people at once. You meet someone you really like, you go out with them again, things escalate, and then bam, they either pull away, ghost you, or tell you they're not looking for anything serious. I believe that's true.
Pull away, ghost you, or tell you they're not looking.
And then you've invested a month, 2 months, 3 months in this person, and they decide they don't want to be in a relationship.
Because they met somebody better.
That's so true.
Yeah, it's like, this isn't working out. I'm
I
going to
don't
go
know if
over
I
here
like.
instead.
I like him better.
Yeah, that's
You know
what happens
I'm
when you
saying?
date multiple people. And sometimes it's easier to pull back and ghost than to explain it, and then the person's crying and begging, please just stay with me. Please just give me.
But after a few months, people do
I've
that.
had that. That's why I
No,
started.
you're
I
lying.
promise. That's why I became the king ghost.
But that's because you become emotionally attached too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
That's women, though. Why? Why do we do that, ladies? Why do we become emotionally attached so quickly to somebody? I don't know. That's crazy. And that's even women that you haven't even slept with this person and you're already emotionally attached. You've invested time. I mean, I guess because you've invested time and energy, it's kind of hard to kind of make that distinction or, you know, kind of break things off because you've invested some time. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Date multiple people. Get you a roster. Mm-hmm. You know, at least 5 to 7. Ladies, don't be out here settling for one. Date at least. But and you know, men. I don't think men like that. That they know that a woman is dating several men. You're not sleeping with them.
Never bothered me because I know I'm number one.
There's competition. I always say. I say this to my goddaughter all the time. Be like, Mia, may the best man win. Because at the end of the day, they are fighting for your partnership. You know what I'm saying? Make sure. I'm not going to come to the table and say my last date was better than this date. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But just know that there's competition. Competition is healthy competition. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Number 2, she says, keep dates short. Wow. I believe this very much.
Does it say a time frame? Like what?
At least 90 minutes.
At least 90 minutes. So.
An hour and a half? I wonder why. What do you think?
Keep them on their toes.
Keep them on their toes.
Yeah, it's like give them a little bit.
Can you really
disappear.
get to know somebody after 90 minutes of a conversation, though?
I mean,
I
if
don't
you're doing
think
phone
so.
calls and stuff like that, then
that's like so surface level.
Yeah, I think
you're getting to know that person. They telling you all the good stuff. You ain't heard none of the bad.
Nothing, yeah.
Like, yeah, my baby mama, she hates my guts. Why? I say this now because now, as you know, a 50-year-old woman out here dating, I always say I want to talk to the ex. Mm-hmm. A lot of men don't want you, ladies. A lot of men do not want you talking to their ex. I wonder why. But I always say, let me talk. That's one of the questions. There's preliminary questions you should be asking. That is one of my questions. What would your ex say about you?
Mm-hmm. And what do people usually say, or what responses have you gotten? I
have a good relationship with my ex. We co-parent well, because people are still raising kids. Oh, you're co-parenting well. Okay, so that means that y'all have to talk. You know, it depends on the age of the kids, but most people that I've met, kids are like over 15, 16. They don't have to directly talk to the other partner, the ex-partner, but you still have to have some type of relationship with them to be able to co-parent,
yeah.
Right? At least above surface level, I would think, right?
And to even make it that far in the co-parenting.
Yeah.
And still co-parenting.
Yeah, I think that it's very important to know who you're dealing with. And I think people, who better to tell you, just like in a job interview.
Yeah.
They call your old job to see what type of employee you were. Why not call the ex and say, what type of partner were they?
I mean, that's a great idea.
I wouldn't be opposed to you.
That should be an app or something, like where you could just go in there and see scroll through and and get the reference for that.
I just had a light bulb go off. We gonna make it.
Yeah, we could make that. It's an app. You can just scroll to the person name, see the reference for the
References. Your exes
the
put
exes
references.
that they
Oh my
tied
God,
to.
that's amazing. We need to do that. We're gonna take that away though. Okay, so it says in 90 minutes you can learn a lot in 90 minutes from a person. I don't think so. I really don't.
Maybe you can spot some flags and know that if you want to continue dating them in 90 minutes, you know.
Oh, that might be true too. And I think it depends on where you're having the date
Yeah, that
in
matters
those
a lot.
90 minutes. In a movie theater, in those 90
Nah,
minutes,
them-
you really can't get to
can't
know
get
that
no
person.
info.
Even at dinner, if the music is loud, if you're in an environment where the music's loud, in a lounge, I don't think you have to have one-on-one conversations. For me, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm okay with a coffee date. Because I feel like if I can get past coffee with you and a muffin, after like an hour, then I would sit with you at dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because dinner is like intimate,
Very-
and
way
you have
more.
to sit there throughout the appetizer, the 3 courses, appetizer, the meal, and the dessert. You might not want to sit with anyone that long.
It's like
You
you
know
didn't
what I'm
even make
saying?
it past the coffee and the muffin.
Oh no, I couldn't get past the coffee and the muffin. I've had dates where, after talking to them, like I found things out. Like in those 45 minutes, I was like,
What stuff that they didn't tell you on the phone or something?
that they didn't tell me on the phone. Yeah, like how many kids they really had. Like they might say, "Oh, I got a kid or two," and then they'd be like, "Well, I'm raising a step kid and this." And, oh, okay, I don't want to be a part of that.
Wow, what's wrong with stepkids?
I mean, I just don't want to be with somebody who has a bunch of kids, you know, that they're still raising. Because I've raised mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm established. I've raised mine. I don't want that for my partner.
Oh, people that got younger
that got
kids
young
right
kids,
now.
like
Oh,
under a certain age. Like under 10, 10 is pushing it, honestly. But under 10, and you got grandkids?
yeah.
Oh, Lord, I don't know if I can. And there's a lot of men, you know, in their 50s that already have grandchildren. So, I don't know. I don't think that's for me. Okay, number 3, be upfront about what you're wanting in a relationship. I think this is very, very important on, you know, when you're dating somebody. Because a lot of times I think we forget we put what we really want aside because you don't want to kind of put
Rub
too
the
much
person
on that
up.
person.
Yeah, rub them the wrong way.
Right,
and they
because you
might-
like attracted to them, you might really like them, and then you rubbing them the wrong
and
way
they like,
because
and then they ghost you. And you're like, God dang, I knew I should have kept my mouth closed.
that's an important rule. Like,
Yeah.
definitely be upfront about what you want. If you want a situationship, say that. If
Yeah.
you want sex, say that. Let me tell y'all, there is a lot of men and women out here that want the same thing that you want. Don't lie about it. Just be honest.
Yeah, you'll find the people who are on the
Transparency
same
is
vibe.
key. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, you get into a relationship, be like, then you ghost somebody because you don't want a relationship with them. But you're saying all the right things on the phone to try to capture that person's attention. I don't think that that's fair
It's manipulation.
at its finest. You know, and it doesn't make you seem desperate to say what you want. If you want a relationship, say that's what you're looking for. You know, at different stages, in your 20s, you're looking for fun. In your 30s, you might be looking for fun still, you know, traveling just at a different level. You might be in a career, you might be, you know, internationally traveling. So you have different goals at each stage of your dating lives, right? Your 20s to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. Like, you're looking for different things. Just find you somebody that's looking for the same things that you're looking for. And if that person, because there's 20-year-olds that don't want to be promiscuous out here dating different people. They want to just date one person. Just be honest about what you're looking for so that person doesn't have to guess. You know what I'm saying? And people, I mean, honestly, if you're honest about what you're looking for, you'll eliminate a lot of the people that are not for you.
And the small talk and all that too, because I hate having small talk and then it just going nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think a lot of times, you know, the person, when you tell them what your true intentions are, they might be like, nah. I feel like that. I was watching a lady on TikTok. She was talking about she went out on a first date with a guy. She posted the picture of how she showed up. She said they were both casual, everything. She said the date went really well. And then afterwards, he ghosted her.
Really?
So it's obvious that you've said something or have done something on this date
That
he just maybe, and I told her, I said, baby, you are gorgeous. At the end of the day, he probably realized that he was not on your level. You know what I'm saying? Because in a conversation, you can realize that somebody is not on your level. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could pull up, it could be the car you're driving. You could say, oh, this girl making some money. She driving a nice car. Look at your jewelry, how you present yourself. Women come in there, you know, designer handbags and shoes. Men can tell, you know, what you're dealing with. And maybe he realized, I can't compete. I can't compete with you. You are up here and I'm down here, or vice versa. Maybe she's down here and he up there. Maybe he's not into
them type of shorties.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, when a man see you and he see you in Fendi, Prada, Gucci, you know you coming out of a nice car, you're carrying a nice handbag, he might be like, yo, I had a guy tell me that before. You remember Omar?
Oh yeah, Omar.
I dated Omar. Omar used to tell me like, I can't buy you them $2,000 handbags. And would not buy you no $2,000. Yeah. Now I put some money towards it, but I'm not going to be buying $2,000. Some men, that's a lot of pressure. Yeah. When you're dealing with women of high caliber women. Hey, I'm just being honest. There's nothing wrong with that. If you decide after you've been on a date with her that her standards are too high, leave her where she is, ghost her. You're doing the best thing for her. And vice versa, ladies, ghost him because you're doing the best thing for him. He's never going to be able to be what you want him to be, and she will never be what you want her to be. You know what I'm saying? Right?
I mean, but there's also some shorties that don't look for that from a man, and they can take care of themselves, and they really just looking for a partner or somebody to love that. They don't necessarily
focus
need a man
on the money
to buy them that,
yeah.
You know.
But you know what? If you can get past the surface level, mm-hmm. a lot of times that's what it is with women. Yeah. Women are not, I mean, for me as an established woman and a great career, have my own stuff, I'm not really looking for that. I am a traditional woman, though, I'll tell you that. I've seen my mom making money and my dad making money and my dad paying for everything. She was his helpmate. Mm-hmm. They saved money, you know what I'm saying? They put money aside for vacations and traveling and that kind of stuff. So it just depends. Have those conversations so that the person knows exactly who you are and what you're looking for. If you're hiding behind a mask, when that mask comes off, that person might not like you.
Exactly. That's why it's best to be upfront.
Be upfront. That's the best way you can be. Another rule is don't talk about your exes on early dates. This is hard for me, y'all.
Why, you be doing that?
Oh my God. If somebody asks me like, when was the last time, you know, you were seriously dating somebody, I tell them, and that kind of leads me into that person and who they were. I got to stay away from that because that can scare somebody. Yeah, you start having that narcissistic conversation. But it's funny because the person that I've dated before this person, I didn't have to say nothing negative about them.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And why do you think?
I don't know. But I feel like there's a golden rule, y'all. Do not talk about your exes
on the first date.
The first date. Even if they ask you,
just
defer. Put that on the back burner. Now I know to defer that conversation to let's get to know each other, then we can talk about my ex. Because I feel like people feel like it's too heavy at first. That's a heavy conversation on the first few dates, especially if a woman or a man has been hurt by their ex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a heavy conversation.
You might start crying on the first date.
I don't know about that. Because
or you being there mad and then you just start looking at them crazy too. All men are the same.
Yeah, so you want to if somebody asks you, because I feel like people ask and you are honest and you say what it was. I am honest, but I know for myself I got to catch myself and divert the question and say, hey, you know, let's talk about that at another time because this is not the appropriate time. Yeah, you might want to get to know me first. You know what I'm saying? So divert that question to another time, guys. Do not start talking about your ex. I think that creates an atmosphere of uncertainty, and that person may feel like she's not over that ex or he's not over
just
that
'cause
ex.
you got some feelings
because you
towards it,
still
how
got
you
feelings. And it might, even though they might be harsh feelings, doesn't matter. You're still lying in that space where it still bothers you.
Yeah, I don't
and
think
people,
nothing's wrong with that though.
Yeah, but some people do feel like, oh, she ain't over that shit. You know what I'm saying? You might get ghosted because you talking about your ex. So divert
your ex
that
for 2 hours on our first date.
Oh my God, you don't want to, because I feel like men do it too.
Yeah.
I've had men tell me on the first date that they were cheated on.
Uh-huh.
Then I was like, why were you cheated on? Was she, because I'm like, was it sex? Because usually women will cheat because of money, maybe finances. The person's not satisfying them in the bedroom. Like, those are reasons why women cheat. So what's wrong with you? You know
what's wrong with you?
That kind of conversation. But at the end of the day, might not be nothing wrong with that person. What was wrong with her that she, stepped out the relationship? But I feel like it's a heavy conversation. Leave that for a time where you've gotten to know that person for yourself.
Yeah, wait 3 to 6 months before bringing
I think
up an
so.
ex.
But I'm honest, I answer it, and it may not be the best approach because I might be like, oh, that mother sucker, he was a narcissist, da da da. You know what I'm saying? That's not a good conversation.
Yeah, 'cause then
it's not a good look, ladies and
like
gentlemen.
you bashing them.
Yeah, it looks like you bashing me. Oh, she ain't over that. Are you over it? Because I've had somebody say, are you over that though? Of course I am. Healed completely, 100%. And I'm not talking about this past relationship. I'm talking about previous relationships. But it's like, you got to be careful about talking about your exes because people feel like you haven't gotten over it, okay? So that's a no-no. The golden rule is to say, let's talk about it later. Pay more attention to follow through than advanced planning.
Oh yeah, because somebody showing you that their word goes a long way compared to just what they talking about.
Yeah, that is
you
so
can say
true.
anything.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, you can say anything.
Because I feel like I'm not a last minute date person, but I don't think I'm flexible. I like to plan because I feel like with women, we gotta plan. You gotta plan your outfit. You gotta, if your hair is not done, you gotta get your hair done. That's why I've never been an impromptu date, but I'm learning to be more flexible. I really am, because just recently, I was supposed to go out on a date on Saturday. Instead, we moved it till Friday. And then I was just like, I called my cousin on the phone. I was like, do you think I should go? Should I say yes? And she was like, of course you should say yes. And I was like, oh, but I don't know if I could be ready in 30 to 40 minutes. Women don't. When do you know a woman to be ready? In 30 minutes? Not hardly. I didn't say that to him, but I was like, you know what? I really like this dude. I'm going to go ahead, get up and get ready. And I did.
And it was fun?
And man, I had an amazing time. A great, great time. So I'm glad I did that, because normally I'm the one that's like, how dare you call me last minute? But it's okay. You don't have to. At least he's being intentional and trying to see you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got to go pay attention more to that than, a person that plans. Because people plan, and guess what? Stand you up.
Yeah, that too. People be having too many rules for what they will accept and what they're, like you're saying, in the past you're like, oh, I'm not doing no last minute dates. But it's like, you never know what that could turn into, And
I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, there's competition out here. Okay, so that means that just like a man is planning with you, there might be several women that he's trying to get to know at the same time. And that's not a negative thing, because women do it too. But you have to be flexible. If you want to see them all, you got to be flexible.
If you want to see them all, things happen too.
No, things happen too. People, things change and say, hey, I can't see you tonight.
And people, when I see somebody's understanding, that goes a long way.
That's a great conversation too. Yeah. It's just being honest and open, but, and showing interest enough to make things happen. You know what I'm saying? If a person's not interested, it ain't going to happen. And I feel like when a person, even though it might be last minute, they're intentional about making things happen and really, I feel like sometimes, oh, you don't respect my time, that kind of thing. You can't think like that, people. You can't. Just make an attempt to be, I don't want to say make an attempt to be free, but make an attempt to be flexible.
Yeah, especially if you ain't doing nothing, you're just sitting in the crib watching TV or something.
So what about this? Because I feel like at the end of the date, It says, don't feel obligated to send a thank you text. Oh. At the end of the date, do you send a message and say thank you for the date or had a good time? What?
Oh, yeah. I always say, if I had a good time, then I'll tell them that in person and probably.
This is the most debated or controversial thing that people do.
With that?
Yeah.
Would they say not to do it or they say
They're saying don't feel obligated to do it.
Oh, you don't have to. No. I don't think you should feel obligated to do any of.
They said this is the most debated thing that people debate on whether or not to send the text message.
You don't have to, but
after a first date.
Why wouldn't you tell some? Why wouldn't you want to tell somebody you had a good time with them and you want to see them again?
Right. It says people think that women absolutely should send one shortly after the end of the first date to let the other person know that she's interested. And then others think it should always fall on the guy, assuming you're pursuing a male prospect.
It don't matter who send it. If you had a good time, send that
I
message.
think if a man... Now, I'm going to tell you what I do, my perspective. If a man says to me, text me when you get home to let me know you've gotten there safely, I will send the text and say thank you. I had an amazing time. If I had an amazing time. Now, I might say home and not say nothing else.
And never talk to him again.
If it's somebody that I really like, I will definitely send a text saying, I've gotten home. Thank you for the date. It was amazing. Good night. That's if you really like somebody. But there's times where I don't feel obligated to say thank you.
Blocked.
Because I think you do thank them at the end of the date too and say thank you, I had a great time. A person knows if you had a great time or not, right?
For sure.
I think that's natural. Like if there's chemistry, you can feel it. Like you had a good time. Like, man, we danced all night, we drank, we ate, we had an amazing time.
It's
like
4 o'clock in the morning.
I just getting home. You know, if you're not feeling it, you're just sitting there. You'll be like, I'm out of here.
So, I got something to do in the morning.
I got to get up in the morning and go for a run.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when you're parting ways, you're saying thank you and I had a good time. But I think it's, for me, it's courteous to say thank you. You know, if I had a great time and you say to me, when you get home, let me know you got home safely. Because I think that makes a big difference for me. That lets me know that you do care. And, you know, you want to make sure I got home safely. Nothing wrong with that. It says, give them 2 weeks to reach out again.
Dang, that's a long time.
That's a long time. You got exactly 24 hours. And if I don't hear from you after that, I ain't going to block you, but I'm just not interested anymore.
2 weeks is crazy.
You say it's crazy. It says, I know. 2 weeks, but hear me out. This is what the author is saying, the person that wrote the article. Even after a great date, someone might not need to figure out how compatible they think you two might be and what plans they can make. I urge you not to read a whole lot into how quickly they text you as long as it's within 2 weeks. That's plenty of time for a person to have decided whether and when they want to see you again. At that point, it's safe to assume that they're unable or unwilling to prioritize even the idea of you. Oh.
So they gotta like put it together in their mind.
Really? But 2 weeks to put it? I think if you have an amazing date, you're trying to see that person again the next day.
The next day, later this week.
Maybe a couple days. Maybe you went out on the first date and then realize, oh, there's some compatibility here, but you don't have the time. But you might be like, yo, I'm going to be busy the next, because I feel like men take initiative. Like right away, when they feel like they like you, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, this one right here, I like her. Let me just let her know, like, I'm busy. I got to work the next couple of days, but I'm off on this day. Let's make some plans.
Exactly.
I do. Pay attention to how they follow up with you. Honestly, pay attention, because I feel like they might. 2 weeks. That's a long time. If you call me in 2 weeks, boy, you ain't even been thought of. It's funny because I had met this guy that was a chef, and he was a really nice guy. Really nice guy, and I was like, he's a cool dude. We talked a couple times on the phone, then I don't hear from you. I'm not a chaser, so I ain't chasing you, period. I don't chase no man. So at the end of the day, if you wait for me to be the one to call you talking about, hey, how you doing? I'm not going to be doing that. I'm sorry. I feel like that's the man's job to chase a woman. You're supposed to be hunting. That's your job. That's the drive that makes men hunt, right?
I thought the lion.
I want to be the prey.
Uh-huh. I want to be the prey.
I want to be the prey. Hunt me. But I'm just saying, I feel like if a man really wants to pursue you, he will. He'll make the time to pursue you. 2 weeks, 10 days, 5 days, I don't know who you are. Who is this? I've done that.
If I hit you in 2 weeks, it's because I had like 5 more dates lined up.
You've been seeing other people.
I got
which is cool.
dates lined up. And
you can say, listen.
You ain't at the top of the list
in your
yet.
50s, there ain't no games to be playing. Listen, I had a great time with you, but I do have some other options on the table. I want to weigh my options. That's just being clean. That's just being transparent. And that's the best way to be. I feel like I let people know. Like, okay, you're not the only one. But if I might not let a guy know that I'm really feeling. I might not let him know I'm seeing other people. I might let him think that he's the only one I'm seeing. I might do that.
Might do that.
I might do that because I don't want. Well, I don't know. I feel like.
Nah, you gotta be honest.
You don't think I should do that?
Nah, because then he gonna be like, he gonna let you know if he really wants you then. Because he's like, nah, cut that out. What did I do for you to stop doing that?
I'm going to tell you, I've dated a gentleman like that. I met him, and I'm going to tell you, when I first moved to Atlanta, I ain't going to lie, I was probably dating like 10 people. I wasn't sleeping with nobody. And when I met him, I let him know, like, you're not the only one. I'm outside, and I've been outside every day. I'm going to be outside. It was summertime. I had a drop top convertible back then. I was like, oh, I'm outside. Okay. So he was like, how many people are you seeing? I said, probably about 7 actively like going out on dates. He was like, that's a lot of people. It is. Then he was like, I'm going to have to step up my game. He started stepping up his game. He was like, yo, I want to win. So in order to win, I have to step up my game. And you're not going to have time to see other people because I'm going to step up my game. That's what he did. That's what he did. So you're right. Be intentional.
Yeah, you got to see what everybody...
Women, you too. Because it's not just the men. If you really like the dude, you're going to put other dudes on the back burner.
Exactly.
Honestly. There's one I will put on other people on the back burner for. That I like. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I like the other ones. Y'all in competition right now.
Yeah. Yep.
So
it's the playoffs. It's
almost cuffing season. So really at the end of the day, there's one I really like. But at the end of the day, there's competition. Just like women have competition. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of beautiful women in Atlanta. There's beautiful women everywhere. It's good looking men everywhere. If you really, I think that at this stage, you really know what you're looking for. So when a person really adds up as far as everything that you've been looking for, you're going to put other people on the back burner.
Yeah, 100%. I just did that.
Also, y'all, don't have sex on the first date. Wait at least a few weeks to have sex with that person. What do you think about that? As from a male's perspective, I think women, we need to wait, but
it's crazy because so with me, if I have sex with her on the first date, it could possibly go somewhere, but I might just only be looking for that at that time.
And she done fell for it.
And not even she done fell for it. Because she might initiate, it might just go there.
Yeah.
And it's just like. If it's somebody really
from a male's
interested
perspective, do you look at her as though?
No, I don't look at her any type of way.
Okay, because I feel like that could happen. A man could look at a woman and say, "Nah, definitely not. You're doing this with other people." But I feel like that's not true.
If I really like her, I'll make her wait just so that she knows that she's not falling for me just for that. You know what I mean? I want her to like me for who I am.
For who I am, exactly.
Because I know I'm about to go crazy. I know she about to fall in love. So it's like I want her to fall in love with me, not for just the way I make her feel. You know?
I mean, because I feel like some people just have a sexual chemistry or sexual attraction, or just there's an attraction there. But I also feel like if you sleep with someone too quickly, the attraction is there, but there's no connection.
Yeah.
Because you can be attracted and not
too.
connected.
Yeah.
And people confuse the two
exactly. That's
as
what
a connection. I feel like some men view sex as love too. There's a lot of men out here. Sex is not love. That goes both ways. Sex is not love. So having sex, I think, complicates things too.
Exactly. But, you know, I've done both, and I've never judged a woman. You can't judge somebody.
And women, we're emotional. So when you have sex the first time with that person, there goes the dating multiple people.
Yeah,
because now you're emotionally stuck on this person because
like,
you feel it's like a connection, but it's really sexual attraction.
I want you to know for sure that you really like me.
You like me, absolutely. Yeah. So, and no one wants to feel like, you know.
No, and I can't even lie. Whenever I tell a shorty, like, no, we're going to wait, they just be, like, shocked a little bit. I'm like, they like...
I like that. Yeah. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? No. I like that. You know a person likes you because maybe even, you know, I've been on a couple dates with a guy and he hasn't attempted to even kiss me. So I'm like, okay. But I feel like it's not even about that. Yeah, but at first I was just like, all right, but I know you like me because you hold my hand.
Yeah.
You're, you know, when I'm in your presence, you act a certain type of way. So I know you like me. You got to be feeling me. Mm-hmm. But maybe he just feels the same way too. Like, I don't want it to be a sexual thing. I wanted to see if it's really a connection. Somebody got to
be your friend for that.
Right, I agree.
That's what I'd be looking for. Somebody who's really my friend. We having a good time without none of that. Without nothing super physical yet. You know what I mean? That's how you like, I can be around this person.
I can be around this person. Yeah. I enjoy their company. Exactly. They're funny. That's more of a connection for me, because at the end of the day, it's not can I live without this person, but can I live with this person and really like this person, and can I live with this person for the rest of my life? Like, that's really the most important thing. Also, you know, I always feel like there's always the pressure for a man to pay on the dates as you're going out. Don't make it put so much pressure on who's paying.
On the money.
Which I never thought about that, but I mean, I've offered to pay sometimes. Like, I know we're dating. If I really like you and I'm seeing you on a regular, I might be like, let's go out and I'll pay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's a lot of women out here that are like, hell no, he's going to pay every time.
That's why they're single.
That's true.
That's why they're single.
There's absolutely, and I'm giving you my perspective as a woman, there's absolutely no reason why a woman shouldn't pay or can't pay. What is it that we think in our minds, because a man is a man, that he should pay all the time? I don't get that. I don't. I just don't get women that think that way, because I don't think that way. If I like a dude and I want to see you tonight, I'm going to pay if I'm inviting you out. Why not? I don't know. Have you ever had a woman pay?
Oh, yeah, I have. And I accept it with open arms.
Yeah. You're like, oh, this is nice. Yeah. I'm so glad that you paid. Now, I mean, it should never be an argument about who pays. You know what I'm saying?
And also, if he's offering to pay, and if he's inviting you out and he's offering to pay and he's paying, it's because he genuinely wants to do it.
Because he likes you and he's okay with paying.
So don't take it lightly, just that he's paying every time too, because it's not about the money, you know.
Yeah, I agree, but I think the first couple of dates, he should pay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
As we're getting to know these men, is this something that you wouldn't mind doing? Because I don't think you should put all that pressure on the man to pay all the time. I don't think that that's just how it should be. It's 2020. I mean, 2025. Like, 2020. You know, at the end of the day,
things have changed.
Things have changed. Roles have changed a little bit. There's men at home, you know, rearing children.
Women are CEOs.
Women are CEOs and CFOs and CAOs and CIOs.
This wasn't happening back then.
That wasn't back then. Come on. We're bosses. Be a boss. Pay one day. It ain't gonna kill you. Like, honestly. And if you don't want to pay, because I even mentioned this to one of my girlfriends saying, okay, so maybe not go out to dinner and pay, but invite them over to dinner and cook.
Yeah, cook up something. That is just as thoughtful.
That is just as thoughtful as paying.
Cook it up. Yeah.
I want you to feel like a man and you pay, but when I say let's do dinner, I'm gonna invite you over to a candlelit dinner. What's wrong with that?
That's even more special, to be honest.
Absolutely, because I think when a man feels like, oh, she's inviting me to her home,
and she could cook,
and she can cook, and she liked me then, because
yeah,
she invited me over.
It's better than a restaurant.
Better than a restaurant. Feel free to do some of the planning yourself. Like, I don't know about this one. What do you feel about women planning a date? It says women should plan dates.
What if you talk about paying and inviting them out, that's planning a date.
That is true.
Yeah.
I guess if it is saying meet me here,
let's go to this concert. Let's go to this.
I think
show.
men will appreciate the gesture. You know what I'm saying? They'll appreciate you putting the effort into planning something. Mm-hmm. There's some men that don't plan at all, and a woman got to plan everything. I don't want to be that woman. Mm-hmm. Where I gotta plan everything. I want you to...
Even if he's paying for everything?
Now, if he's paying for everything, I like to be surprised. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It feels nice when someone surprises you, right?
Yeah.
I like to dance, so if you call me and be like, let's go dancing, oh my God, that's all you gotta say. I'm out there. Let me put my dancing shoes on. We going dancing. But no, seriously though, it's okay for women to plan a date too. Yeah, ladies, it's okay. As long as you're not doing it all the time. I know we want to feel special because we want the man to plan, but sometimes it's okay to plan. Hell, you're playing with your girlfriends, so what brunch spot you going to? Why you can't plan with your man and pick the brunch spot? Some women do pick places to go eat though, don't they?
Yeah, they be like, I want to go here. Yeah. You made it easy for me. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go there. Eat whatever the heck you want. I don't know about that, ladies. What do you think?
What you mean?
When you go to take her to dinner, do you
put a limited bill?
Put a limit, because I feel like some women will go out on a date. It won't be me and order a salad.
No, I tell them get whatever.
Get whatever you want.
Because you already thinking about, you looking at the menu before you go like, oh, I could afford all this. It don't matter. Yeah,
men want to, y'all, fellas, you definitely want to look at the menu. Ladies too, before you go out. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, I went out on a date with somebody, and this was in Baltimore. Went on a date. Me and him had been seeing each other for a while. We knew each other for a long time. We had been seeing each other for a little while. I flew into Baltimore to see him, and he definitely, we went out to brunch. We went to Miss Shirley's, and Miss Shirley's is the spot in Baltimore. You never been? Oh my God, Miss Shirley's got the best food, breakfast food. So, brunch food too. So we go there, and I'm like, I'm not a drinker. So I was like, go ahead and order a drink or whatever. Go ahead and order a drink.
My man got it.
A drink, fellas. A drink, okay? Why homeboy was drinking bottomless mimosas?
He was drunk as hell by the end of it.
I think he drank probably about 5 drinks, honestly. And I was just like, how dare you?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a drinker. I'm drinking coffee. Uh-huh. But you ordered all these drinks. I don't think that's fair.
What you mean? Bottomless mimosas is one price for all of them.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't bottomless. He made them bottomless.
Yeah.
So, that kind of stuff. I don't know. I feel like.
And you was paying?
I paid.
Oh, that's
because
why
I wanted. I was like, let me take you to one of my spots that I like in Baltimore.
And then he like, all right, bet.
So he was like, he was like, oh, it's breakfast. I was like, it's breakfast. It's great. You're gonna love it. But I feel like if you know a person, you know me for years. You know I don't drink. Why would you think I want to spend $100 on drinks?
He was bugging.
Our bill was probably about $200 and some dollars. Like, $100 on drinks, y'all. I think that's inconsiderate. I was when I tell you I was mad, I was really mad.
You ain't going on another date with him after that?
Actually, after that, I stopped talking to him. I was so mad because I felt like he didn't appreciate me paying.
Yeah.
You know me. You know I don't drink. Why would you think it's okay to order $10, $15 drinks? Man, I was mad. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. You gotta listen, dating is what it is. Dating is hard. Getting to know people is hard. Being comfortable with people is hard. definitely be considerate of people. Be considerate of their time. Be considerate of how, you react to certain things. Just be considerate. And I feel like sometimes we're not considerate people. What do you think?
When you say we're not considerate people, you say
no, I think that we're just
or people or women.
No, not
people
we say people,
oh,
not
okay,
just women. We're not don't go there.
No, I think that's true though. I think but there are considerate people and they gonna stand out when you meet them.
Yeah, I think they're genuinely good people.
Yeah, you're gonna know when somebody's genuinely and considerate and always thinking of somebody else. I think so too.
Pay attention to what people say, guys, because I think sometimes in the midst of getting to know somebody, they're saying all the things that you need to hear, but you're not really paying attention. And listening is an active skill. Like you really got to listen and pay attention to what people are saying, what they're asking. There's questions. I guess the next podcast, we will talk about some of the right questions to ask. Okay. The next podcast, remember, we're having a cocktails and conversation. So I'm going to have some ladies on the panel with me, and we're going to talk about dating over 50, what that looks like, what they've been going through, what their experience has been on dating sites. Are you meeting people out here actively when you're out in the community? Like, these are things that, there's a lot of single people out here looking for love. Mm-hmm. Who doesn't want to find love in a partner? Nobody wants to be by themselves, right?
No.
Don't give up, guys. Don't give up on love. Love exists. It's out here. Just keep searching. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Actively keep looking. The right person will find you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I feel like sometimes things happen for a reason. Because what's the odds of you meeting somebody, even if you're on a website, in that moment you meet the right person. Yeah. The person that is for you.
Exactly.
In that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because really, what caused you to go out on that way? I wasn't on no dating site. Uh-huh. So what caused me to go out there? A breakup.
Yeah.
Not everything being with someone. Everything has to align still in that moment. So keep the hope. Yeah. Keep going out. Keep meeting people. When a person you just meet says, I just want to take you out on it, go out on that date. You just don't never know if that person is your person. Mm-hmm. And you won't know until you're out there actively dating, right? And meeting people.
Yes, ma'am.
So keep hope alive, everybody. I know I got hope for love. I sure do with the right person. So
yes, ma'am.
Titi's House Podcast. We will see y'all next week.